March 17, 1943. Rechlin Experimental Airfield, Germany. Hans Werner Leischer's hand trembled as he made the first entry in his flight log. He had just stepped out of the cockpit of an aircraft that defied everything the Luftwaffe believed about Allied air power. Before him stood a captured Boeing B-17 flying fortress, soon to be known as Wolfhound. This was no wreck to be scavenged. It was a complete, repairable American heavy bomber, and within its riveted skin lay secrets that could reshape German thinking about the air war. Just 3 months earlier, on December 12, 1942, Lieutenant Paul Flickinger and his crew from the 306th Bombardment Squadron faced a nightmare over occupied France. Their B-17, serial 41-24585, nicknamed Wolfhound, was torn apart by Messerschmitts and Focke-Wulfs. Engines failed, wings bled oil and smoke. Staying in formation meant certain death. Flickinger made the only choice he could: survival. They brought the fortress down in a hayfield near Moulins, southeast of Paris. Expecting capture, they had no idea how valuable the intact bomber they left behind would become. Within hours, German troops and Luftwaffe engineers swarmed the site. Unlike most wrecks, Wolfhound sat almost untouched. Technicians photographed every system, sketched every panel, and guarded the aircraft from souvenir hunters. Within days, it was repaired, repainted in German markings, and flown under escort to Rechlin, the Luftwaffe's central testing facility. From that moment, the aircraft ceased to be a trophy. It became intelligence gold. At Rechlin, teams of engineers, metallurgists, and test pilots dissected the aircraft piece by piece. They measured skin thickness, analyzed alloys, cataloged rivet patterns, and compared every system to German equivalents. What they found stunned them. The B-17's construction revealed an industrial philosophy foreign to Germany: standardization, interchangeability, and precision assembly by semi-skilled labor. Where German aircraft demanded expert craftsmen, the B-17 was built in thousands, all nearly identical, all perfectly fitted. It was proof of an industrial power Germany couldn't match. Then, on March 17, 1943, Wolfhound took to the skies under Luftwaffe control. The fortress flew predictably and smoothly, even with 1 or 2 engines deliberately shut down. Its redundant systems, self-sealing fuel tanks, and rugged frame made it incredibly hard to destroy. Many fortresses, the Germans realized, had made it home with damage that would have obliterated any of their own bombers. But what truly unsettled them was the fortress's defensive firepower. A B-17F like Wolfhound carried 9 Browning .50 caliber machine guns. Later versions added even more, up to 13 in total, capable of firing nearly 10,000 rounds per minute. German pilots attacking B-17 formations described it as flying into a wall of fire. Rechlin's test teams simulated attacks in Messerschmitts and Focke-Wulfs, filming every angle. The results were clear. Traditional rear or side attacks meant suicide. The tail, dorsal, and ball turrets covered nearly every approach. The only weak point was a narrow cone head-on. But attacking there meant diving straight toward a fortress at over 500 miles per hour, firing at point-blank range and pulling away in seconds. Few had the nerve. Even fewer survived the learning curve. At the same time, German analysts studying the aircraft's manufacturing realized something even more frightening. The United States could build these machines faster than Germany could shoot them down. Each rivet, each interchangeable part told the same story. America's factories were winning the war. Rechlin continued to push the captured bomber to its limits. Engine tests, Altitude climbs and formation studies revealed its impressive performance, cruising above 25,000 feet where many German fighters and flak became ineffective. Some captured fortresses were later used by KG-200, the Luftwaffe's secret operations wing. Under cover of darkness, in Allied paint or false radio codes, these aircraft carried agents, reconnaissance teams, and secret cargo across enemy lines. Wolfhound itself flew some of these missions. Records are scarce, but fragments remain. Hans Werner Lehr, Rechlin's lead test pilot, became the Luftwaffe's most experienced flyer of captured Allied planes. Cool-headed and precise, he studied every system by observation and trial. Each flight deepened his respect for American engineering, for its clarity, logic, and industrial consistency. The more they learned, the more Germany realized what it was truly up against. The defensive systems told human stories, too. Ball turret gunners, cramped and freezing, still covered the entire lower sky. Waist gunners endured hurricane winds to sweep the beams. Tail gunners turned pursuit into a death trap. Together, they made the Flying Fortress live up to its name. By late 1943, German commanders had to face the truth. Even with perfect tactics, they could never match Allied production. The captured Wolfhound revealed an uncomfortable fact. Modern wars weren't just fought in the air, they were won in the factories. When Hans Werner Leischer closed his logbook that March day, he wasn't just recording flight data. He was documenting a realization that the United States had built not just a bomber, but a system, a machine that could survive anything the Luftwaffe threw at it, and a nation that could build thousands more. Wolfhound had done its job, silently, completely, by proving that industrial strength could be as decisive as any weapon in the sky.